to work out of this jam, though.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Strike two. This to center field. He's got it. Runners tag up from second and third. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third. Jung-Hoo Lee will hit next.
That's the ball.
Line drive, base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Man at first with one gone. So up next for Toronto, Mason Wynn has grounded out a couple of times. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Taylor Ward. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Both runners able to move up a base, so it'll be second and third with two gone. Now Corbin Carroll to the dish for a big at bat. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score two. And that one a little below the knees, and it's 1-0. Gap shot should score at least two. The second run scores, and the lead is up to 5. A 2-run double.
He was all over that one. They got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball.
Can't pick it up with the bare hand. Oops, he came home with it. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jonathan Aranda, the next to hit, and that's in there at the knees for a strike. Carroll at third. Torres on at first with 2 down.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now, Caleb Durbin. And that is that. Back here in the desert, bottom of the inning, Nolan Arenado stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And it's fouled away.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs. I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Stays alive. This one in the air, center field. Strong on the move. Takes it in for the out. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Caught looking his first time up.
Randy Arozarena.
He swings and fouls one off. The D-backs with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. And that one hammered. Straw chasing after it. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Straw should have this one. 2 down. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
That one the other way. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. Runner comes in from second to score, and they cut the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Wastes no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Stepping in, Ceddanne Rafaela. Man at second. That one is absolutely belted. Should be extra bases. Here comes Tatis around third. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double. And a run comes in to score. Murakami swings through it for strike 1. Swing and a pop-up. Jensen under it. And that ends the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. And now for the Jays, Myles Straw. Right back to him on the mound. On to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Carter Jensen next up for the Blue Jays.
No, that's a ball.
Here's a 1-1.
Ball 2.
In the air to left center. Arozarena on his horse. And there's 2 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Jung-Hoo Lee getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings through that one for strike 2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2. Got him swinging. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Jo Adell.
Now pitching
Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Riley O'Brien.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
The 1-1. That one to first. Aranda takes it himself, one away, bottom of the sixth. And now the catcher comes up to hit, Austin Wells. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The Diamondbacks down by 4 here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Next to hit, Christian Walker, 1 for 2.
Ball 1.
The 1-1. Curve in the dirt. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Next offering is down low. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ball 4, tried another curve but couldn't locate it.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
Arenado in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Ripped, but it curls foul. 0-2 now.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Whoa.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 2-2 now. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Walker around third. He'll score easily. Now a 3-run game, it's 8-5.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You connect, it'll jump.
So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Kirby Yates.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Man on second, 2 down. Off the mark there, and it's 2-0. Yates, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff, that result. Now this one gets through. Arenado around third. The throw's offline, he's safe. And it's now a 2-run game.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Pulls that one foul.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Here's the 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Oh!
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
That's a ball.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. struck him out swinging. He didn't make it easy. Back here at Chase Field, we go to the top of the 7th.
On the mound, he's looking to keep momentum on their side with a quick inning. Keep those runs they just scored in the bank instead of handing them right back.
Win, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. That's to third, Arenado. In plenty of time to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Next to hit, Taylor Ward. First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay, safe at second.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Carroll, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Bouncer to second. Rafaela throws to first in time. 2 gone. Here comes Gleyber Torres. Mitch Keller on to pitch out of the pen here.
Important job for him to do right now with that runner on third as they try to add on to their lead. Just needs 1 out to get out of it. So this is a huge matchup in this game right here.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And Elio 1 comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Fernando Tatis Jr. And that one fouled off.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Ball, hot.
Out front, rip foul. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Throw to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike. And here is Ceddanne Rafaela.
Oh.
Swings over the top of that one.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
The 2-2. And that's down and away. The Jays up by 2 here, the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. On to first, gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. Munetaka Murakami stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He's got some power, no doubt. That one way inside. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Lee on his way over, and that'll do it. Back here in the desert, we go to the 8th. Jonathan Aranda digs in now. Line to left. And a quick out, number 1.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Durbin in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of break. So tough to get that barrel to.
Here's the 2-2. To third. Arenado to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Miles Straw. Gets him to chase after that one. Fought off foul.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back here at Chase Field, on to the bottom of the 8th. Now batting Joe Adell. And he swings over the top there. That's a strike. Nice grab. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
There's a swing and a miss. That one fouled off. Just misses. Now 1-2. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Now here is Christian Walker. New pitcher now for the Jays, David Bednar.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. And no movement on the bases. It's ball 1. The Blue Jays holding on to a 2-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. And that one gets past the catcher. And now a man into scoring position. The tying run at the plate. That one's in there. Strike 1. And fouled off. 3-2. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Swing and he popped it up. 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Arozarena in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Got him looking. We go to the 9th, and now for the Jays, Carter Jensen. Yoan. There's the strike, 95 of that one. And he hits a ground ball right side, and he's out on the tag. Back to the top of the order now. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Jung-Hoo Lee. Tap dances out of the way of that one. And it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely.
So out of the pen for the Diamondbacks, Mason Miller.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Late on that fastball.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed are creeping into my mind right now.
Next is the designated hitter, Taylor Ward. 1 for 4 with a double.
Whoa.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss, strike one. On a line. Reaching down and makes the grab. Back here in the desert. All set for the bottom of the ninth. Joey Ortiz stands in now for the Diamondbacks. In the air out to center. And it drops in. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Went up there looking to be aggressive.
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Kenley Jansen.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
1 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Ceddanne Rafaela. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that one goes straight to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Tying run at the plate. On the ground to third. Fires across the diamond. Now 2 out. He's in there. Big spot here. Bottom of the ninth. Down to their final out. Now it's the DH, Munetaka Murakami. Out towards right center field. Lee settles under this one. And that is the ball game. Woo with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case.
Young son of it, we just pray that we get old, man.